Hello, everyone. This is Zayami Eccles-Irwin from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Assistant Director of the Oregon Short Film Festival. We are gearing up for our summer 2023 screening, which is going to take place on July 16th at the beautiful historic Clinton Street Theater in Portland, Oregon. And today I'm talking with one of our participating filmmakers. Mark Galliano is the writer and director of the film Hopeless. Mark, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate this.
So, let's jump right into it. Hopeless, if I may say myself, is an incredible film. You absolutely have the pulse of suspense down, like a science, like an art. And I want to know what inspired you to make this film.
Well, during lockdown, COVID lockdown, I just found myself very alone.
Okay.
And so I kind of thought about what could put me in that situation, and I came up with the conclusion I've got myself in some relationships with women that aren't technically available.
Okay.
So I kind of just put that towards my writing.
Totally.
Like they say, write what you know.
Right.
So I was just trying to figure things out, and yeah, it just started flowing like that. Not obviously it's not, my life is not like that.
Right.
I don't, not in the swingers or anything
Thankfully,
like
right.
that. I just kind of used my personal experience and then embellished on it.
Okay, totally.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. Along with it having this, what feels like a very personal edge with this main character, you can identify with quite a bit. All the characters are written in a very full way. Everyone has a backstory, and even though the suspense is kind of the through line, uh, there's so much going on under the surface with these characters, and there's a lot of backstory kind of hinted at. How did you go about writing all these characters?
Um, it's kind of based on some people I know.
Okay.
Well, some of their personalities, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I guess, like Bobby is more me,
Okay.
um, and like my past experience, and when I was younger, just feeling like not having control of my life.
Hmm.
So, and then with with Jacob or with Sean and stuff like that, like I basically had him foreshadow Bobby in a way.
Hmm.
Because he ultimately ends up like him. Or should I not say that until people watch the?
Right.
All
Spoilers
right,
aside,
erase
yeah.
that. So yeah, and yeah, just really just observing other people. I mean, like
Okay, yeah.
the couple, they just yeah. I just from couples that I know, just using their personalities and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, something that kind of jumped out to me is that a solid theme in this film is the idea of like control and power. And
Mhm.
I think throughout the film, there's this question of who's really in control. Is
Yeah.
it the kind of the boyfriend in the couple who has his own arena? He's kind of this rich guy who's got his ability to, has a sense of power even throughout the ordeal. Is it the person who's tying people down and wielding the weapons? And it's interesting. I wonder what's it like, balancing those dynamics. There's a very good narrative flow in that. What was that writing process like in terms of the structure of this thing?
Oh, yeah. Geez, if I could remember. I, I mean, yeah, it was just with Sean. It was just everything that I mean, like a teacher in rain class. It's like everything the main character lacks.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
And to and basically, yeah, it seems like they're total opposites. But to actually sit down and write and be in his voice, there's a part of me that's kind of like that.
Okay. Right.
So, it's not at that level. But I think everyone has a little bit of part of that. And,
Totally.
it's, yeah, so that's how like that character came out in the writing. And like Maddie, I just kind of, she was like more of a sympathizing ear
Right.
towards Bobby. So I had to tell myself, like, if I was there and I was getting this information, like with people who stood up for me, what would they do?
Right.
So I just would have to remember those kind of things.
Totally.
You know, yeah.
Okay, very cool. Now I'm kind of curious, what was that on-set process like? Because one, it's a scary film, and the chemistry is really powerful between the actors. What was it like shooting that? I always hear that it's like the scariest movies where people are always laughing the most and having fun on set. What was that? What was that process like for you?
It was, everyone seemed relaxed. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
everyone seemed like the crew was especially very supportive,
Okay. Cool.
um, like extremely, and it blew me away. And with the crew, with the cast and stuff like that, I think it was maybe some first time kind of like sex scenes and stuff like that. So we're all
Okay.
kind
Yeah.
of going through it together. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, it was, I mean, there's a lot of work because
Right.
there's a lot of pages and we had to get in very few days. But yeah, I mean, overall, everyone was so supportive about it.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like a great collaborative atmosphere, and obviously the film is fantastic. It was such a polished, finished piece. I'm curious. Did you learn anything from this process? Did you take away any new insights on the craft of writing, directing, filmmaking in general?
I think I got more about producing,
Okay. Cool.
because I think that's my weakest point. And so my producer Min, he kind of taught me, was teaching me through it, and I realized that not to be so nervous. Like if I really need a set piece or something like
Hmm.
that, that I shouldn't, um, that I should just go get it. Because
Okay.
there's supposed to be for a torture scene, there's supposed to be like a chair that he's in, and like a torture chair, and I just kind of like was like, oh, that's too expensive. That's too expensive. And
Mm.
then by the time I ordered it and got it, it was too late. So, and it really just is one of those things. Every time when I watch it, I'm just like, oh man, like I wish that
Okay.
was there. Um, so yeah, just don't worry about the spending the money.
Okay. Yeah. Well, pulling the
um,
trigger on something that you have fixed in your mind,
yeah,
not
yeah,
doubting the need for something like that. Yeah, that you have clearly a picture of.
yeah. And if you love it, you'll never regret doing it. Yeah,
Right.
you'll never regret like, oh, I spent money on that. It's like, well, that's what you need. If you love it, do it.
Right. Well, and it's good insight to hear that you regret an absence. So yeah, I like that takeaway. Pull the trigger on the stuff that you really feel is
Yeah.
important. Cool. Well, I want to know, Mark, what are you working on next? Any new projects? Any more in the suspense genre, or any more directing?
um, I'm just still doing some plot lines
Okay.
on a feature.
Oh, great.
Still thrillers. I
Okay.
find myself, I really enjoy thrillers and sci-fi's a lot. I
Okay.
find myself writing towards it because it's darker, and
Right.
I just find myself drawn more towards that. So yeah, just plot outlines. So hopefully by next year I'll have something else.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm a very slow writer. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, geez, the writing's so great in this one. I feel like it's a payoff thing.
Thank
Take
you.
the time, and the result will be great. I'm excited to see this next outpourings from you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about Hopeless?
No, not really. I mean, I very much appreciate that that Oregon Short Film Festival is actually screening it. I'm so like very happy about that, and I thank you for doing this interview. Like it makes me feel like special. Like I don't know if that sounds right,
Well,
but
thank you. I appreciate that.
it's really it feels good, and like it's yeah. So
Well, hey, I have all the fun here. I'm learning all the behind the scenes about the craft. I feel like I'm in the master class crash course on this.
yeah.
Anyway, Mark, thank you so much. I know people are going to love this film at the Oregon Short Film Festival on July 16th. And it is fun because it's a multiple genre festival. it's going to be comedy one, documentary next, and then something like this, like a real hard hitting thriller. So I'm excited to see just the audience reaction. I think they're going to love it.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you, and I will talk to you later. See you at the festival.
it. All right.
Bye.
Take care.